Officials in the Chinese province of Xinjiang have imposed tough measures to prevent Muslim Uyghurs from fasting during the Islamic month of Ramadan. Many Muslims consider Ramadan to be the holiest time of year. Now, authorities in Xinjiang have posted a range of restrictions on official websites. Among them, students, teachers, civil servants and retired officials are barred from fasting. The rules also require men to shave off beards and women to remove veils. One town requires local officials to check on mosques at least twice a week during the month. The new rules come after a string of deadly bomb attacks in the region last month. Xinjiang's Uyghur Muslims have long complained of being oppressed by Beijing. Well, Step Vassam was in Kashgar in Xinjiang to find out how its Muslim residents are coping with the clampdown.
The sound of prayer like in any other Islamic region. But this is China, Xinjiang in the far west of the country, the land of the Uyghur people, where the majority is Muslim. Abdul Rashid Muhammad observes the holy month of Ramadan. His family is preparing the evening meal. Muhammad believes fasting is his religious duty, and the duty too of his 15-year-old daughter and 13-year-old son. But in China, that's a problem. In schools throughout Xinjiang, students are being told to eat. Muhammad's children, like many others, have to fast secretly.
The Chinese policy does not allow children under 18 years old to fast or to enter a mosque, but I really want my children to fast together with their parents.
On official websites, the government threatens to fine or close restaurants that refuse to open during Ramadan. All religious activities relating to Ramadan are strictly forbidden, following a series of what it calls terrorist attacks. At least 20 policemen and an unknown number of attackers have died in the worst violence in a decade. Security is tight with checkpoints throughout the region. Mosques are strictly being monitored. People are afraid to talk. This Muslim government official agreed to be interviewed, but only with the camera pointed well away from his face. He tells us that he's fasting in secret. He says that if the Chinese government force him to eat, he'll quit his job. Alim Jan says every Muslim should be allowed to fast. Also, government officials should have the right to follow the Ramadan and fast, he tells me. The Chinese government calls it a fight against terrorism, but in fact it's the Muslim population as a whole who is suffering from the restrictions, and it actually adds to their resentment. What's supposed to be a festive month is not the case for many of the Uyghur people. For these Chinese visitors, the Uyghur people have mainly become a tourist attraction. Their knowledge of Islam is limited. You know the fasting month?
Yes.
Do you know what it means?
I don't know what it means.
It's time to break the fast. The Uyghur people are not allowed to use loudspeakers for their call to prayer. Ignoring the rules, Abdul Rashid Muhammad celebrates the most anticipated moment of the day, together with his wife and his 2 children. Step Vassam, Al Jazeera, Xinjiang, China.